Bible Society of Kenya, we envision a people transformed by the use of the Holy Scriptures. And for us to be able to see people transformed by the Word of God, then we facilitate programs that help them to put the Bible at the center. And the centrality of the Bible is what now brings the application of the Word of God into people's lives and help to see the impact of that Word in their day-to-day lives. One of those programs that we implement is called Catalysing Leaders, which is a leadership and mentorship program for the young people in Kenya. Catalysing Leadership Program is a continuation of ABLI, formerly called African Biblical Leadership Initiative. This program has been implemented in Kenya since 2018. It started as a youth forum that was done by different Bible societies at the United Bible Society and led by British and foreign Bible societies. And the need was to see how they can be able to bring young people together in a conversation about what are their gaps, and especially when it comes to leadership in Africa. And so that in that forum, one of the things that came up is that there needs to be a program that will help to bring the centrality of the Bible in the place of leadership. And so in Kenya, we embraced the African Biblical Leadership Initiative, and we have been running it since between 2018 and 2022. After that, with our partner BFBS, British and Foreign Bible Societies, we agreed to adopt another program called Catalysing Leaders. And so we launched the Catalysing Leaders program last year in 2023 with the first cohort. In 2024, we have the second cohort.
So the Catalysing Leadership program is a new program that is in part a response to that demand, that sense of need for more training and more investment in emerging leaders. We've run it as a pilot in 4 countries now. We're adding more countries this year. We're in our second cohort here in Kenya, and roughly taking between 15 and 30 or so students at a time. 3 gatherings of 3 days covering the curriculum, but with mentoring and interaction online in between those times. And we're trying to bring teachers and facilitators from all over the continent and outside to really invest in these young leaders, because we want them to be shaped by the Bible, not just in their personal lives, but in the way they imagine society. Because the Bible gives us an extraordinary imagination of a flourishing society that's built on a biblical foundation and biblical principles. It gives us a different way of thinking about politics and economics and healthcare and education and justice. But we lose that imagination if the Bible is just a personal devotional resource. And so we want to recover that and invest in these leaders. And I have to say that having been in this gathering for the first time, experiencing it myself today, I'm even more excited about the prospects of this program.
When we launched the program Catalysing Leaders last year with the first cohort, it was more of a pilot, and some of the curriculum that had been developed was still in development, but however it highlighted the areas that we need to address. One of the areas was to look at the space of Christian leadership in our spaces in Africa, and how the church can be able to enhance its voice to speaking about the things that affect us, as a country, as a continent. And so Catalysing Leaders then is developed towards addressing some of those gaps where people can be able to be developed, to be confident as Christians and young Christians, so to speak, to be able to speak about those gaps that they see in the leadership in their societies.
Catalysing Leaders program is a great program that I would recommend to basically anyone that is looking forward to being a leader or being impactful in their area of life. It could be in your workplace, it could be in your business. But basically, Catalysing Leaders is a good program as it influences you to meet with more people, to network. You're able to gather knowledge that mostly is not in other platforms. It also helps you to be grounded in how you make your decisions on a Christian-based perspective, which is very rare to find. So I believe the Catalysing Leaders program is one that should be adopted by anyone who looks forward to becoming impactful in their society.
As a leader, I have attended different programs, which most of them are just about leadership and skills about being a leader. But this one is different because it brings the Bible perspective of who a leader is, and what skills a leader needs to have. And for this one, specifically, it speaks to me because we've learned about impactful of the one, what one person should do to change the world or the community. And what I've learned is you can't change the world if you've not changed yourself first. So I have to work more on myself so that I can change someone else or the world.
In this program, I've learned how to be a servant leader. I've also learned that it's not only about your own profit, but profiting others. I've also learned how to take sacrifices in such that I'm offering my time as a sacrifice and I do not expect to get anything in return. I've also learned that I can bring a change, no matter how small it is, but it can impact so many people's life. Recently, I was able to visit families where they didn't have a lot to eat and they didn't have money, shelter. And with the skills that I learned from this leadership, in collaboration to another program that helps assist such families, we have started an initiative to feed those children, to also make sure that they go to school and their rent is paid. So this program has really helped us just get out from the political field that is thought of leadership and now go back to the basics, like the roots, where the problem is coming from. So I would say that Catalysing Leaders has best programs and best education lessons when it comes to empowering you as leaders.
If you're considering joining this program, by the way, I should say to you that it is not simply sitting and listening to someone talk at you for 3 days. There's an enormous amount of interaction and participation. So we want to improve, we want to continue to make the content more effective, to have greater impact, to serve these young leaders. We so appreciate the partnership we have with Bible Societies. In this case, the Bible Society of Kenya has been fantastic to partner with. And I know that the Bible Society of Kenya itself is also investing in these leaders. And that's part of the reason why we've got such a great group together for the second cohort, because of the work of the Bible Society of Kenya already in serving these leaders. So we want to deepen our partnership, sharpen the curriculum, improve the impact as much as we can for these leaders and be as effective as we can so that they can receive this input even whilst they're at work and having other responsibilities.